is again a question of demand and supply. If you have a lot of supply, the price will go down because the market cannot absorb all the product. But if you have a shortage of any product, naturally the price of the product goes up. That is with commodities. But with currency also the same thing can happen. If one trader sells a lot of Malaysian ringgit, then the value of the Malaysian ringgit against the US dollar, because they sell the ringgit for the US dollar, the value of the ringgit goes down. So when you sell at first, you can get a lot of dollars, but later on when you want to buy, when the currency has depreciated in value, you need only a lesser amount of dollars to buy the same amount of ringgit. That means that traders, by selling a lot of ringgit in the market, can bring down the value of the ringgit.
هل كانت هناك عملية بيع وشراء حقيقية وانتقال للأموال أم هي لعبة دفترية مكتبية يريدها هؤلاء؟
It's only on paper. You see, banks actually can create money. The money that people borrow from the bank, big amount of money, the bank does not have the money, but they create the money and they lend it out to you. Of course, if you don't pay back, they get into trouble. But when they pay back plus interest, they make a lot of money and this become an asset to them. You see, banks are allowed to lend more money than they have. By the same token, these currency traders can sell money that they don't have. They can sell $1 billion, for example, for say $1 billion. If the exchange rate is $3 ringgit per dollar, $1 billion would be worth 3 billion ringgit. But if the ringgit falls down in value to say 2 ringgit per US, falls down in value to 4 ringgit to 1 US dollar, then they can make a profit of 25%, because the US dollar will now buy ringgit at a cheaper rate. Well, the IMF wants us to borrow money from the World Bank as well as the IMF to pay our debts to other people. What we have borrowed, we borrow from them and pay. That does not reduce our borrowing. We are just changing the lenders from, say, the commercial bank, changing for the IMF and the World Bank. So we still would have to carry this burden of paying back the loans. So because of that, we rejected the advice of the IMF and the World Bank, and we decided that we should find another way of stabilizing the value of the ringgit. Firstly, of course, we informed the banks in Malaysia that they cannot engage in currency trading. But if there is anybody selling currency at a certain price, we don't recognize that sale. So currency trading was stopped. Currency trading of Malaysian ringgit was stopped because we don't recognize the sale as having taken place, even if the banks transfer the money belonging to A to B, we say that it still belongs to A because we don't recognize the sale. So because of that, they cannot sell the ringgit anymore. And that stabilizes the ringgit. And we fix the ringgit at a certain level so that our economy would recover. We don't make it too strong as it was at 2.5. If you become too strong, then your products cost a lot more and you cannot compete with your neighbors. So we fix the exchange rate at 3.8, which is competitive. So our products are not too expensive because we accept that the currency value has been devalued, but we determine the actual value of our currency. We fix it at 3.8 per US dollar. Well, that may be so. That is his story. But as far as I'm concerned, we dealt with any corrupt cases. But during my time, corruption there was corruption, but it was at a very low level. The country could grow and develop in my 22 years as Prime Minister. If there had been very bad corruption, the country cannot grow because nobody will invest in this country. But because there was minimal corruption, people believe in the government, people believe in the currency. The value of the currency was strong until currency traders attacked us. But otherwise, at the end, I had to wait 3 years after the currency crisis to put things right, to restore the value of the ringgit and to ensure that the government is functioning well before I decided to resign. Now, if I have a problem that I have committed something wrong like corruption, I wouldn't dare resign because my successors will take action against me.
في مذكراتك أشرت إلى مكالمة هاتفية جرت بينك وبين أنور إبراهيم بعد خطاب ألقيته في المؤتمر السنوي للبنك الدولي في هونغ كونغ في سبتمبر عام 97. هاجمت في المؤتمر تجار العملة وبقي أنور في المؤتمر فألقى كلمته وحدثت بينكما مكالمة في الصباح. أنت قلت في مذكراتك إن أنور اتصل بي هاتفيا وبدا منزعجا، وبما أنه لم يصل لحد الطلب إلي عدم الحديث بهذه الطريقة مرة أخرى فقد وصلت النقد. لكن المعلومات التي علمتها أن أنور تطاول عليك في هذه المكالمة، وبعد هذه المكالمة كانت القشة التي قسمت ظهر البعير في علاقتك به وقررت أن تبعده من الحزب ومن الحكومة.
That is not true at all. What happened was that I went to Hong Kong, I delivered a speech and I condemned currency traders. The moment I condemned currency traders, they attacked the ringgit again and devalued the ringgit. So when I was in Sabah, after Hong Kong, I went to Sabah. Anwar rang me up. He says, your speech has caused the ringgit to devalue again. Well, I expected that because the currency traders were attacking our currency and devaluing it. It's not because our economy is bad or the management of the country is bad. It's because the currency traders want to make money through selling the ringgit. So I know what I said would cause the ringgit to come down. And I made other speeches also. Again, every time I attack currency trading, the value of the ringgit went down because the currency traders sell more ringgit in the market and devalue it. But the solution offered by IMF and the World Bank through Anwar, who was at that time Minister of Finance, was that we should borrow from them and pay our debtors. But we find that if you borrow from a bank to pay another bank, we still have the loan is still with us. We have to pay the new lender. So I didn't agree with Anwar on that score.